everyone, this is Rinkun on a new dev blog. A few months ago, I made a plugin that is for the Panorama module, which allows you to generate like a panorama view. And you can check that video out, but I updated the plugin. I updated the plugin for the Panorama so you could do something interesting. And one of the problems of the Panorama module that lacked a feature is that you couldn't really add animated elements in the Panorama. Because how the Panorama works is that like it actually makes duplicate copies of the objects and puts them into their own like viewport. So you essentially need to run the animation on every single one of those like models. This is an update that was like recommended by Jeb. Hey Jeb, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Jeb, can you explain what exactly you want to use for like the Panorama plugin?
So I was just messing around with the Panorama to find cool new visuals for an animation I'm planning to make. And then I realized you could insert rigs and you could duplicate multiple panoramas to fit on the screen. They would stay on the screen though. So we fixed that and make it so both panoramas would move around in the space. You could have, at one point we were able to add a rig that would show the animation in the panorama itself. But I'm not sure what happened to that. Yeah. I'm really hoping this will capture a unique scene for the animation I'm doing. Yeah. Hope it look really good.
Totally.
That's it. Okay, thanks.
So right now, I did a panorama where you can actually do animations with this panorama. So as you can see here in the panorama, Mishima here is like dancing, and it's replicated across all the viewports. So now you can have animations in your panorama, which I think is like the one thing that people wanted from this plugin, because they want to get like both the weird camera angles and moving parts. Now you have to be really creative because like you need to upload it onto Roblox first to make this work. I might implement a moon light so you can like use any kind of moon animations. But as of now, you can put an animated character in this model. You just need to upload it to Roblox first. Second update, and this is a bit interesting. This is something I actually look forward to. Before, you could only make one panorama because I felt like there's not really any point to do one panorama. And that panorama, it always moves relative to the camera angles. However, I made an update and this code here. And if I were to run this, and this will lag a bit. Give it a moment. All right. And you might think, what is this? I mean, it just looks like these like maps like overlapping each other. It's not even moving, right? Well, the interesting thing is that if you look at this part, and if I move this part, rotate it, look at that. The code Panorama now works on any single part. And not only that, and this is a lie, this can actually move, I can turn this 9 degrees, and you'll notice that the haunted house, like, remains the same, it stays in place. Notice how when I rotate this, it's like rotates on a different way, because these things are actually different layers of the Panorama. This essentially means like there's like you can have multiple parts just kind of connected to anything, and you can also get pretty crazy with this, right? I think the best thing is because this is like the camera angle of the panorama is associated with the part position. You can actually animate this in Moon. I'll add every single part camera, right? And you can animate these. You can animate every single one of these, however you want. Yeah, so I can move this here. I can move this here. I can move this. Like I can rotate this whole thing around if I want to. Yeah. As you can tell, this is like very difficult, but you can always disable the let's see, the Sarge UI's like development UI. Yeah, you can disable this momentarily and just like animate this and just play around with it. Of course, you cannot see what the panorama has, but whatever. Yeah. Now, let's see what happens if I enable the development UI. Show development UI. Oh, that is trippy. That is really trippy. That is extremely trippy. It's like a bunch of worlds colliding. But yeah, I hope you like that. Thank you.